Greetings and welcome. These last 2 weeks, I've been able to do something that I haven't been able to do for 25 years. Watch the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. 8 months ago, in a video, I shared the 1971 Marathon Oil Indiana Pacers set to kick off the 2024-2025 NBA season. And although Game 7 of the NBA Finals didn't go the way I would have preferred it to have gone, I was one lucky fan to have watched my favorite NBA team play all the way until the last possible game. And I enjoyed every second of those 8 months. This was such a fun team to have watched, and I honestly never wanted it to end. As the blue confetti dropped and the Oklahoma City Thunder capped off one of the most successful NBA seasons ever, I had flashbacks to 25 years earlier watching Shaq and Kobe celebrate as I watched with my parents. And now I watched SGA, J-Dub, and Chet celebrate as I watched with my wife and my son and daughter. The Pacers year was truly magic. Their style of play, chemistry, toughness, personalities, all meshed together. They passed, they cut, they screened, they pushed. The whole season, not just the playoffs, was just magic. Two of their centers tore their Achilles the first 8 days of the season. They were 10-15 and in 10th place of the Eastern Conference in early December. And from there, they went 40-17 with a top 7 offense and defense. Playoff start. Game 5 against Milwaukee. They trail by 7 with 40 seconds left in overtime. And then they win it with a Haliburton layup 39 seconds later. Round 2, more of the same. Came back from another 7-point deficit with 47 seconds to go against Cleveland. Then the Eastern Conference Finals, which may have been the craziest game I've ever seen with my eyes. The 138-135 win in Madison Square Garden after being down 14 points with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. And of course, Game 1 of the NBA Finals with Haliburton's 21-foot pull-up with 0.3 of a second left to play. This was the greatest NBA Finals since 2016. And may have been the first NBA Finals in general that the most memorable team wasn't the one who won. With Haliburton's injury, we're all kind of robbed of what could have been an epic moment in the NBA. Yes, Oklahoma City's rebuild was tremendous. Their defense, tremendous. Their togetherness, unbelievable. But I think in 15 to 20 years, what will be remembered is that in Game 7, which everyone was pumped up for, was that game that Tyrese Haliburton got hurt with 7 minutes into the game. And am I saying if Haliburton doesn't get hurt, the Pacers win? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when you look back at the NBA Finals Game 7s, you think the 2016 Finals, and it's LeBron's block. 1970, it was Willis Reed's entrance. 1969, it was Jerry West's Herculean effort. 62 was Bill Russell's dominance. I think most people will remember the Haliburton injury first, and then it may be SGA, it may be Chet's defense. I'm not sure. And when it happened, and through the first half, it seemed like the injury kind of affected Oklahoma City more than it did the Pacers. And Indy even had the lead at the half. But then the Thunder's historic defense took over in the third, which no team's been able to figure out their defense. And losing Haliburton lost Indy's ability to have fast breaks and push the ball, which led to a half-court game. And if you watch the NBA regularly, OKC is going to beat anyone in a half-court game. TJ McConnell. He was the only one who scored for like 10 minutes for the Pacers, which just shows the greatness of Tyrese Haliburton. He's a threat to shoot off the dribble from 30 feet. He can drive, the instant getting off the ball, the passing, his unpredictable movements. All season, though, the Pacers were just hard to beat. The majority of runners-up are never remembered. I think the Pacers will always be remembered for this year. Even in the fourth quarter, Oklahoma City had a 22-point lead, and Mathurin makes a couple plays, and it quickly shrunk to a 10-point game with 6 minutes to go. For Halliburton's injury, though, it's devastating. Not just for Pacers fans, but I think also for the NBA. Pacers fans obviously knew how great he was. He still had a lot to grow. NBA fans, I think they saw it. The casual fans, I don't know if they knew. I don't know if they had a clue. Remember, he was on the gold medal Olympic team last summer, and there was a bunch of memes about how he won a gold medal, but he didn't do anything to earn it. And those would pop up pretty frequently. But then the last 9 months, he became a legitimate star. And now we won't see him for 2 years, maybe? A year and a half, but, usually that's, to get back to form, it's usually about a 2-year injury. And it wasn't just losing Game 7. We just lost the biggest name of the 2025 NBA playoffs. For next year, the East is wide open. I'm sure the Cavs will run it back. They've had so many early exits from the playoffs, I don't know how much you can trust that. The Celtics lost Tatum with the same injury as Halliburton. The Knicks fired Tibbs, who took them to their first Eastern Conference Finals in a long time. And they still haven't named a head coach. And I'm just not sure that team's going to make that leap. I think we're going to see some massive moves by some Eastern teams whose window just opened. And Orlando's already been making them. It's been a fun ride, and I definitely have cherished this whole season. But thank you for watching, and enjoy your collection.